Right, good morning everyone. Now I very often get asked about doing how do you do a book page, how do you do you know, a Shabby Chic page, put it together and things like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through the process of making one or designing one. And so what I've got here, I've found a picture. It is rather large, but I'm going to cut it down. I've got lots of different trimmings and doilies and bits and pieces that I can play around with and work from. I've got a bag full at the side of me as well. Doilies I've cut apart that make fantastic, you know, for around the picture and that, frills. So I've got a bag of those that I can play around with. Different fabrics, because you need to mix and match. I've got some little flowery trimmings, more fabrics, but you need a base. So we'll start with this. I've got some more doilies like that. So we're just going to start with a base. Pull my sleeves up. Okay, we need a page. So I've got my scissors, and I don't want my page any more than, I don't know, let's do a square one. So this is just one page that you can add into a book. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through a process of making a book, and this is going to be the first page. Now I can do a page that's folded, but I'm going to do individual pages and then put them together, and they're all going to be about that size. There's different ways you can do them, but I'm just going to make one page at a time. So what I'm going to do is square this one off, to be honest. Like that. They don't all have to be the same size, they don't have to be perfect. But what I'm going to do, and we'll use that as the front cover, is to mark this one off. So I'm going to use my ruler, and just to mark the width of the ruler. So I don't go over that, because that's what's going to help me put the book together. Yeah, so when I do it, the binder is going to be that thick, and we might even enclose it in another one, another page. So I've done that. Now, like I said, I could have done a double page. I don't want to do that. I want to, I'm going to put the holes in these so that I can join it all together. I do have some brads I could use. I'm only going to go for the small hole because I don't want it ripping. And I'm just going to do one there if I can get it to go. Yeah, just a pinprick hole. One in the middle. As long as you've got it, that's all you need. Like that. So that's my 3 holes. In fact, that one's not quite where it should be, but we can move that along. But I'll do it now. It doesn't matter about that bit. Like that. Okay. Now, I don't want my corners like that, so I'm going to shape mine and round them off. A lot nicer when you put in lace on it and everything. Yeah, nice rounded edge. Doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to get the trims. Right, I need to move that up There. Now, I've taken a piece of the wadding that we sell. I've marked it off. This is about 8 by 8. I've rounded the 2 corners here. I've marked that off by the width of a ruler, of a 6-inch ruler. And because these, I put 3 holes in here, 1, 2 or 3. And these pages will all be stuck together. Each and every page will be. But this is going to be the front cover. And of course I want a nice picture for it. I've got one of our own, which is quite large, but that's great, I want that. And it's going to go down here. So basically what I'm going to do is to fold this in half. Like that. And make sure I'm getting it right. And I'm just going to, I'm not squeezing it too much. Shape my picture. And that's good enough for me there. Because this is going to be, oh, I might put it in the middle there. No, I don't know whether to. It's going to go there. But I'm going to put some wadding underneath it to pad that out. Got some here. It's just the wadding we sell as well. And I'm going to just do it single. I don't want it double. So I only need a piece to cut off like that. And pop my picture on. Of course, I don't want to waste any of it. It needs to be slightly smaller than the actual picture, which it's not. So I'm just going to go around that again. Because you want to be able to glue the picture to the fabric. Let's just have a look. Oops. That'll do fine. Glue gun's on. I only wanted it slightly padding. Like that. Yeah, that's fine. So, first thing I'm going to do is place this. Now, I think actually the front cover, I'm going to have it in the middle. We're just going to pop that on there like that. That's roughly in the middle. And then I'm going to go around the edge. Like that. So that's already done for what I need. Take the picture, push that on, push that down and flats like that, because I just want it slightly padded like that. See, so it's stuck on all the way around. Just keep pressing it down because you want it to dry. But it's also left a slight bit like that. Leave that like that, that's fine. Like I say, that's really exactly how I want it. Now, what I've got are some laces and trims. But first I want to put a border around that. And I'm going to do half and half. They're going to be different each side. So I just need to pop that down on the floor. Find the right fabric, which I think I'm going to use the satin. Pink satin to start with. Now, just bear with me a minute because I need to cut this end off. It's all fraying and it gets in the way. And I don't want that. So we just discard that bit. Now, what I'm going to do with this, move this to one side. I do need them wide, so that's about 24 inches wide. And I'm going to fold that in half, like that. Just fold that over like that. fold that over like that, and I'm just going to cut it. I'm not fussed if it's not even, and I may need to do another one of those. Then unfold that, and we're just going to glue it. And you're just sealing all of that in, and you'll stop that fraying again. Okay. Now we're going to take our picture, and we're just going to do it over the picture like that, and glue that into position. Now, then we can quickly just run the glue over there, and that will just keep that in for you. Keep it held down and keep that in place like that. Yeah, so we've got a long piece of lace which I'm going to pleat. I'm going to cut it straight first. So I'm folding it, folding it, folding it until I've got it like that. I'm going to straighten that edge off and do it about 2 inches. Yeah. Put that to one side. Now we've got to do the same with this to pleat it. So I now need my board, non-stick mats. There. Save that bit so it'll come in handy somewhere else. If you don't like something, trim it off. That's fine by me. Okay. So, what else am I going to do with this section? Well, I'm going to put some lace on it now. I'm going to use our Nottingham lace. This is all about layering. Just going to fold that in. Just fold it over so it's a nice neat edge. And pop that on there. Pop that to the end. It's already a gathered trim. So just follow the line. Press that down. Never worry about this because you can trim that off with small scissors. So we want that there. I'm going to cut that there. And we're going to turn that in. To there. And then you can trim all of that off together. That's okay, you can get rid of those bits. Like that, and then what we're going to do then is to put some a nice braid on there. Now I've got this Chinese braid, a nice beigey colour. That will look good on that. So I'm just going to trim that off, burnish the ends, and then add that to here. I might just pop it over the edge there as well. And that can cover up any imperfections that you have. Like that, and you just pop that into the end there. And then, when I can find my pearl trim, yeah, is it this one? No, not that one. I'm just going to get the other one. So I've got some of the pearl, the big pearl I want. Need to find a piece that will fit. Don't like that bit in the middle. We're going to use a piece that's perfect for it. We'll just pop the pearl in there, tuck it in the edge. And you can still see her face, she's perfectly fine. And just pop that like that. And look at the impact you've made with a few pearls. Tuck it in a little bit. you've still got a nice neat edge. But I'm not going to finish there because I want to do this edge as well. With a smaller pearl. And that really does just set that off. And what you've got to do is think about layering without overdoing it, because you can overdo these. I'm trying not to overdo it. Like that. And just tuck that pearl in. Isn't that pretty? See? 3 layers. Silk material, satin material, bit of lace trimming, fabric, lace fabric, folded, pleated, and then that. And that looks really pretty. And we haven't finished yet. So now we want to do this side, and I want to do it a little bit different. By what, you say? Well, I'm going to delve into my little box of goodies that I have. We've got some more of those left. Or these. Got these. These, yeah, I'm going to use these to start with, because I don't want to waste anything. You know, don't like to waste anything. So I'm just cutting these 4 doilies. Hopefully there's enough. And now we're going to layer this side. Okay, so what I do with these, I'm not going to go far like that, so we're just going to cut them in half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 pieces to play with. Okay. So, well, I'm going to take out the middle sections. I use my smaller scissors. Just take out the little section there. We don't need that. I might not need all of them, that's fine. And the thing is, you can mix and match all the doilies you have. It's a fabric book. Or a doily book. So this is our first page of the book. And when this is finished, this will be up for sale. If you're interested, let me know now. I'm not sure how much it'll be. Depends how much I've used on it. And the time it's taken to make it. So we'll just start with these first. Now, I'm just going to go onto the edge here. I'll take the first one, because you can stretch these out to where you want them. Tuck it under there. And we're going to stretch that out like that. Gives that a nice edge. Of course, we're going to overlap it. Overlap that. Just keep pulling it back, because you're going to, it will put like a frill in it. Like that. There's another one. Oh, sorry, I hope you've seen all of this. Don't forget to overlap it. Again. And make sure your doilies are the right way, because there is a right and wrong way to a doily. Yeah, one more. And overlap that. Okay. Not quite gone to the edge, but that's fine. So I'm going to take a quarter and just overlap that. And tuck that in there. That will be fine. I think we'll overlap it the other way actually. That will be fine. There. Okay, that's the first layer. Now, I've got these doilies, and we sell these in the shop. You get 25 in a mat. Just going to cut them how I want them. I like the way they've got these spiky bits. So, with this one, cut it in half. So now what we're going to do is, sorry, you missed that because Ray was trying to get my attention. So we're folding that over like that. And you pop a little bit of glue across that. And we're turning that upside down, and we're just going to pop it on the inside of this. So you can see both layers. That's the thing, you have to see the layers you've put on. Right, so look at that. Look at that gorgeous frill. Using a few doilies. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Let's clear this bit of mess up. Right, so that's really pretty. Do like that a lot. Now, the other thing is, you know, what do you want to add? What other things do you want to add? Let's have a look, see what we have. I have a different doily here, which is the square doily. And because it's a doily book, we're going to use as many doilies as we can per page. Great, that's covered that, and we can do other things with it. Now, I'm going to put on, I think, I have some of these, hang on, I'm going to use this, I'm going to use this around here, yeah, well, I don't need it here, but I do need a little bit there, although I could squeeze that in, I think. Yeah, we'll squeeze that in. Is there anything else I can do with it? Well, here, we've not finished this, of course. In fact, I'm going to continue using that one. Now, I'm just going to lift that and tuck that in there. Like that. That's perfect. Like I say, it doesn't have to be a perfect shape at all. But I'm going to continue using the bead. Now, I could put that here, but to be honest, I don't think I will, because I think that's too much. I want it different, totally different to somebody else's. I love that frill. Look at that. Yes. So right now we're going to put a flower here. Now I do have some flowers, obviously. I have a beautiful cream rose, which will be a central flower. Let me just see, because some look better than others. I want that just tucked in there. One just there. One there. And one just there. It's a nice front page. Now, I think I'm going to use some of these pearly bits as well. Again, we do sell these in the shop. And what I'm going to do is put one there. One just here. So one on each end. And then we're going to space them out. So one there. You don't want too many on, because you don't want to lose the look you're after. And I like that. Now, let me see. I just feel like, let me see, don't know. Because I don't want to go overboard with them. I don't like going overboard. That's overboard. Let's see. Oh, this is what I was after, this one. Now, because this is the front page, I've got these that I can take off, which I'm going to do. Right, I love that flower. And I'm going to bend it. Glue it. And it's going to go in there. They, oh, just looks beautiful. And then I'm going to put one here. So I'm going to leave that like that. Just stick one in there. See, and that brings it out. And I'm actually going to put one here. That'll just bring that section in here. See, like that. and there's two little ones I'm going to take off. And to bring this together, I'm just going to put two in there. Like that. It just spreads that bit out. Yep. Right. And now I can see what I need to do next. So I need to use this. Oh, let me find where I've put it. Where's the other pearly trim? So I'm going to just do that here. And that will finish this page off. So you don't need to go too mad on it. We just need to tuck it in to the edge of this, like that. And that will just see this page off right. And I don't need to do any more to this page. And that's the first page of our book. I'm going to just cut it off here and tuck that underneath like that. So you're not going to see it, you don't need it. That's another thing I have. If you don't see it, you don't need it. Like that. See? But you do need some here. So we're just going to get a little bit more of that trim. Where are we? Is it the same? No, that's a different colour. So again, if you don't see it, you don't need it. So just tuck it in, and you don't need loads. I'm just going to do it to there. Just lift that up. Like that. You don't actually need it there, but because people look, we're just going to do a little bit, because you can see it if you're looking from this view. So otherwise I just wouldn't bother putting anything on there. It's not worth it. So for now we'll just pop a little bit just there. But I think that sets the page off. Now I'm just going to give it a quick blast with the glue gun to get rid of the glue strands. And look at that. Perfectly good page for a book. Now we're going to be doing the second page. I think that's turned out really pretty. I'm quite pleased with it, to be honest. Quite pleased with that. Yeah. So now to this page. Again, we're not going to go past that line. I've got those this trimming that I had. Let me see. Okay, so I need that. Ah, now I've just thought of something else I can do. Right, that's okay. I'm going to use this section first here. Oh, we can't go down there. There's a reason why I don't want anything on there. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. We'll just add that on. I can trim it all off when I'm ready. I'm going to pull it down a little bit actually. It's this bit that I want on here, see? So I'm just waiting for that, the glue gun to warm up a bit more. The thing is, you've got to work with what you've got. And that's exactly what I do. So pull that back. And drop that down. Like that. Now, I'm going to pull that back. And like I say, these are just oddments that I've got lying about. And I just don't want to waste them. It's sacrilege to waste them. It really is. Just making sure the pages actually stick down properly. Like that. I just want a little bit of doily cover on the back of the page, you know, before I decorate it with anything. Like that. Now I'm not fussed about this bit here, but I am going to take that section off there and cut that round a bit more. That's it. Yep, quite happy with that. Now to go back to the piece I had, this one, so I'm going to put the skirt piece on it. Now, not keen on that bit there. I'm just going to take that off. And we're going to, that's it, stretch that. And drop it down like a skirt. Just a little bit like that. So, I need this bit cut off. And then I'm just going to make that into a skirt. Like that. So, drop that on there. And then just pop that like that, pull that down. Like that, and I like that. Lift that up because I'm going to take hold of the Nottingham lace and just tuck that in a bit to make a nice neat edge, and then I'm going to go from there to there. Just like that. I'm going to cut that, fold that bit in. So fold that in and then fold that like that. And then go across the top with the glue and drop that down. Now that's not to say you're not going to see that trim, but you are here, see? Like that. I'm just going to trim that bit off. Like that, and I'm just going to tuck that little petal in. Just tuck it in like that, and then pin that back down. Like that, and I like that. So, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pocket. Now all we have to do is put that over, stick that onto there and join them together. And then under here is run the glue gun. And that's given me a pocket, but I've not finished with that because I think what I'm going to use, I've got this one. This is a nice trim. See, like that? That's going to go on there. So I need one tucked over, that's enough. So we just, a little bit of glue on there. Do that. A little bit of glue on there. Fold that. Do a bit of glue here. And then we're going to go across. Now, this is where you've got to be careful. And I should have probably put this on first. Because I don't want it to go underneath, do I? Otherwise it'll stick the pocket. So we do that and then lift that up straight away. And pin them two together. Like that. Perfect. Exactly what I want. Then I've got some flat back pearl, which I'm going to decorate that with. I'm just using, I've got a jar full of oddments. You just got to use what you have. But now you can see that it's a pocket of some sort. See, but it's a see-through pocket and I like that. So, move that out of the way. Move the bead. Now I'm just going to take the Nottingham lace again. Now I'm going to add a different lace this time. Oops, sorry. It's similar to the Nottingham lace, but it's slightly different. Thicker one. And then I've got some of that cream I've got to use up somewhere. So I might as well do it while I'm here. So I'm going to use that. Move that out of the way. Now we're finished with that. We're still going to go over the pocket. Right, I'm just going to trim that. Bend that in so it's nice neat edge. And we're going to start and go along the base here. Make sure I've got some glue there. Like that. Now on the corner we have to gather it. Even though it's gathered, we have to gather. So you pinch it. A couple of pinches. Like that. And don't worry about it, it'll be fine. You gotta go up the spine of the pocket that you've just made. Just push that in. That stops that from puckering, you see. And we're going to go right the way across the top here and around the edge. Again, pinch, just 2 or 3 times will do. Right across the top to this corner and then cut it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these edges yet. So there's no point in covering them and then Oh, I shouldn't have done that, you know what I mean, so. But there's a pocket. Now we can do a little floral thing here. I have a rose that I made, which I might want to put on there. Maybe that's a little bit too big, but I do have some other bits and pieces I have. These are what I've taken from other projects that I've no longer used and think I'm going to put this one on because I like this one. You see, you're going to put a little one there. You just have to decorate them. You don't have to go mad. Okay, so I'm going to put that one on there, and we can have a couple of these on, I think. And just put that there, just to tidy up the floral section of it. See, like that, they look really pretty. And then we can add a couple of these flowers. I'm going to put one here, just there. And one there. Now along here, again, we can decorate with the pearly bits we used on the front, so it's all matching in. We pop one there, one there, you don't want to do them on every one because you're just overloading it, and you don't need to do that. They work out perfectly fine. Again though, take it up so that the glue's not touching the pocket. I'll get another glue stick. You don't need it too big. And then just fold that in. But what I'm going to do first is just snip that. And snip the corners off. It's not going to hurt it whatsoever. And then run your glue along. And fold that over like that and make a little pillar. Just make a little pillar, and that's going to be fine. Just like that. Perfectly neat enough. And then what you do is like that, and you take your little pillar and you're going to pop that onto your cushion, just in case you want to, you know, decorate it up a little bit and put some pins in, because when I make a fabric book I do it for every occasion. There's no particular occasion. Now we need to do that, I think. Yeah. Just for decoration. We just need to put them on like that. And I'm going to take my little pearly bits. Oh, we'll use these. I've got these. You can use different ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's use these. Oh, they look pretty like that, don't they? Flower on top of a flower. Now they look like daisies. That just mixes it a little bit. Like that. See? Just made great. And yeah, we can take a little bit of this. Just like that. You don't need much. Bit of this, bit of that. Little bit of glue across the top. Because your pages can be whatever you want them to be. That's the thing. What do you want your pages to do for you? Let me just make sure I pull that down a little bit. There. So I've got that, and right away, you know, I can put some pins in there. Oh, that's a bit bulky. You see, you can do what you want with them. Make them into whatever. And then here's another one. So that's going to hold some pins. That's going to hold some fabric maybe, you know. Simple but easy. And I'm going to put some fabric in there. And we're going to fold this like that. And just cut that. And then just pop that fabric in there like that. So a little bit of this, and then we can put a little bit of this in as well. Let me just see what fabric I've got I can put in. Oh, I've got a little bit. Oh, there's got some white here that can go in. See? So mine's going to hold fabrics and pins and whatnot. See? Very easy page. And that's the first one. And